Good evening, folks. Thanks for coming in. This is our first show in a couple of weeks because we get hit with the COVID again. That's 4 times I've had it. 4 bloody times. Sarah had it. And then I started to feel a bit rough and I tested for it and it came up positive. I thought, seriously, how many times can you get it?
No, I had it twice. I think I've had it 3 times. One, I was in hospital for 10 days. And then the second one, it was just kind of like aching and the normal cold symptoms after that. Like, but yeah, it's going around again. I know there's been a few people in my works, mate, that have had it now that I know had COVID, but we can't do nothing about it now, can we? It's just as a standard cold now, isn't it?
I think it's something it's just not going to go away. It's just always going to be there.
Yeah.
Like a lump, but if you get it for a 4th time, you think, seriously, how many times are you meant to get it? But we're back to, it's all gone. Tested negative, so that's all good. So tonight we were meant to have Charlie and Rigga on. Rigga is feeling under the weather, so we wish him well. But we've got Charlie boy here from Midnight Paranormal. Well, Charlie's one half. His good lady Rocks is probably the better half of it, actually. But
yeah, she's in bed, not well.
Rocks is feeling under the weather as well. So we wish her a speedy recovery as well.
Yeah.
But I've been with Charlie on for, it's been months, isn't it? It's been quite a while.
It has been a while, maybe too long. I think it's just I've been busy, mate, with life. I know a few times I was supposed to jump on and I haven't had time, but mate, life's just getting in the way at the moment. So when you messaged me the other day and said, how about Sunday? I thought, well, I can't let you down again. So
no, you could. Maybe I would come doing chapter door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would come doing the young. He looks clean shaven there. That's not an up-to-date photograph because he looks like Grizzly Adams. I know because you were meant to be on the other week, last week, but obviously we weren't well. And there's Sarah, she's in another room. It's her birthday tomorrow. Not giving away her age, but it's Sarah's birthday tomorrow. You know what I mean?
So birthday.
So she's buzzing, to see what she gets. But no, life does get in the way. And
yeah,
I mean, I've lost touch with a few people, not intentionally. You don't do it intentionally, but as you say, Charlie, and the thing is, a day turns into a week, and a week turns into a month, and I've not spoke to, so-and-so for X amount of time, and then you're trying to play catch up, and especially then when you've been no well, you're kind of out the game a wee bit. But life comes first.
Yep.
I know some people live and breathe. We all love the paranormal, but I know some people sort of live and breathe it every single day. No disrespect to them at the time, but sometimes life just takes over. And the paranormal has to go in the back burner for a while. It's always going to be there. I mean, we've not done an investigation since about 3 or 4 months. We've not been out for. And it's not that we don't want to. It's just things happen, life happens. You say the weather happens. Well, we're in Scotland, so the weather's constantly crap anyway.
Yeah.
But we're still kind of in touch. It's been, I don't know how many months since we had you on, so there was no chance you were getting out of the night sunshine.
No, I wouldn't have missed it anyway, mate. Like I said, life's just been in the way, mate. I've had paranormal stuff to deal with. Then I've had, bad news in the family and that again. So it's just been one thing after another. I'm on this apprenticeship in work for management. So I've got that I'm just bombarded with. So I'm constantly doing that. Then there's work. So it's just everyday life gets in the way.
You're looking to be a manager?
I am a manager, mate. I'm already a manager, shift manager. But I'm doing this Atlas course. So it's a Chartered Management Institute, which then I will be a recognised manager then. so I can put that on my profile, and when I apply for jobs or anything like that, they'll see CMI next to my name, which then will mean that I am an actual like qualified in certain managers. I've done me white belt, I've got me yellow belt, so the next stage then will be green belt, where it'll be CI improvements and all that stuff. So yeah, mate, it's a bit busy, go at the moment.
Just tell them to watch your Tesco videos about a bit as you shop. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
There's our Laura in. Well, hello and good evening, Jet. Long time no see. It's been ages since I've seen Laura. It's been about 6 hours, something like that, give or take a few minutes. Her and Mel, her daughter Mel, they were it was the day. And hope you're well, Charlie. Are you well, Charlie?
I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. Yeah, Roxanne's just a bit under the weather at the moment. A lot going on where she's got endometriosis and that, so she's struggling at the moment. But otherwise, in general, she's okay. Obviously, still raw since she's lost the passing of her mum. That's about 6 months the other day. So that's still, and it's her mum's birthday coming up as well. So that'll be a bit of a hard time for her. But other than that, mate, she's doing all right. She's still going to work. She's getting on with it. But yeah.
Is that 6 months?
6 months since her mum passed, yeah.
Jeez, that's a gap. Doesn't seem 6 months ago.
No, it doesn't, does it?
You can't get rid of her easily. He must be talking about
Laura.
And no doubt Laura will deal with Craig in due course in an orderly fashion. So as you can tell, folks, tonight we have no topic. I know our last few shows I've managed to be serious and talk paranormal. We'll try and talk some paranormal tonight. We've only got an hour, but we'll try and talk some paranormal, I suppose, because that's a kind of paranormal show, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to hear more about your William Wallace trail. How's that coming on now? Because I know I've seen the first part of it, and then was it your second part now you've released?
The second part went out a few weeks back, Charlie. What the hell?
I told you, mate, I haven't been in anything, mate. So, but I will watch it. Don't worry.
Aye, because I'll be expecting some feedback then.
Yeah, no worries. I will.
No, it's doing really well. It's been a lot more. It sounds like I'm going to be big-headed in that, but I'm no, but it's. As I said to other folk, before when we were planning it, when we came up with the idea way last year, we weren't sure if it was going to take or no, because everybody's kind of, done stuff on Wallace and what have you, but we thought we're going to try and see what happens. So the episode 1, I think we were in 1,600 views or something for it. Whereas to people, some people, it's not a lot with YouTube and, millions of views and stuff, but considering we didn't know how it was going to go, we were really over the moon, and part 2's doing really well. Also, part 2 focuses on Glasgow.
Right.
4 or 5 locations in Glasgow. So we were out filming a couple of weeks ago, part 3. We thought there was going to be a gap between 2 and 3 because one of the guys is getting into hospital for stuff, but his date get put back. So he says, right, let's go out and get part 3 filmed and get that. So that takes part in Lanark. But it's going really well, and obviously we've got the society on board, and Craig and David for CRA Entertainment on board as well. And we made the paper as well.
I seen that.
So it's we're enjoying doing it. We're enjoying doing it. Laura's been helping quite a wee bit. She's been a big help. Sarah does all the editing, obviously, because I'm the director. It's quite constant. I'm the director, but it's such a big story with Wallace. Everybody's seen the film Braveheart. Brilliant film.
That's not a true reflection of him, though, is it?
Well, it's kind of half and half. There is bits in Braveheart that didn't happen. They've been kind of Hollywoodized, whatever the word is. Laura's her bounce, she's her bounce. Anybody comes in with a film and knocked out. Braveheart is accurate to a certain extent, but Braveheart just features, you know, a little bit of his childhood, and then why he kind of turned against the English and why he went to war with them, and then, you know, his capture and what have you. But there's so much more to Wallace than people actually realise, and so that's what we're trying to do, and it's worked. I've had people contact me and say, "Listen, you know that bit in Glasgow he filmed in. I had no idea that that was associated with Wallace. You know, like the Bell of the Bray stuff like that. We had no idea. The church in Rutherglen, that's how it ended up in the paper, because the guy for the paper spoke to me. He says, we had no idea the actual history that's connected to that church concerning William Wallace. So there is such, it's Higgy, but it's a massive, big, you know, story. We don't know how many parts it's going to be, but the plan is to end up in London eventually. Well, obviously where he was executed in August 1305. That's the plan to go down to Smithfield, where the actual site of the execution, and we'll wind it up there. But well, we've not been able to put part 3 together. We've got all the footage filmed, but because we were all unwell, we've not been able to get it together. So hopefully we'll get that done this week and get that posted. We need to watch episode 2.
I will, I promise.
Well, you've got 3 days to watch it.
I'll watch it tonight.
Right. I'll expect a wee mail tomorrow then. And I'll ask you specific questions on it. What about that?
All right, fair enough.
But it's just we're not trying to be anything special or anything. It's something that obviously we spoke to, we've had the society on a show before and what have you. We felt we've covered some of their events on lives, and so that's how we came up with the idea. Why don't we? Because we'd done Forgotten Pendle, you know, the kind of story behind the Pendle Witch trials, and we'd done Edinburgh as well years ago. A few years back we'd done Edinburgh, which turned out to be a load of crap. Once we'd filmed and put it together, kind of watched it back and all that. But we were going to redo that one. So we thought, you know, why not do one on William Wallace? Because,
well, it makes a good story, doesn't it, mate? You know, it's a true reflection of history of Scotland, if you like. Because I know when that come out years and years ago when we watched it, that was kind of how we perceived Scotland, if you know what I mean. Proper strong Scottish revengeful men.
No, we're big softies up here.
Oh, I know that now.
I was kidding on. But no, it's opened. I mean, I'll give you one example. The Stirling Rugby Club, where their rugby pitch is, that's the exact spot that the Battle of Stirling Bridge took place. And thousands of people drive by that every single day. And, you know, obviously the rugby teams play on it and what have you. And a few folk says, you know, we didn't realise that the battle actually took place here. They thought it took place down near the bridge. And so you're actually standing on the same ground as, you know, these guys 600-700 years ago, where they fought and slaughtered the English kind of thing. So it's wee bits and pieces like that we're just trying to bring to, we're just trying to educate people, we're just trying to bring it to light, you know. But episode 3 should be out within the next week and a half, maybe. I need to talk to Sarah, because we've had a few falling outs when we've been edited. Laura will be our witness. Because you know when you get, so you've probably done it, you've also probably done it as well. You get something in your head and then you put it together and you sit there and you think, no, that's not what we quite had in mind. So I'll say, Sarah, can we tweak that or can we move this bit? Or, you know, can we stick that at the end, or can we put music, you know, and
Yeah.
you know. But Laura, she lends a hand as well, and she'll bear witness to we've had a few fallouts, you know. But no, we've got a lot more in the bag with Wallace concerned, and then we're moving on to Robert the Bruce, and then we'll be doing Edinburgh and doing Ayrshire as well, separate kind of haunted Ayrshire sort of thing as well. So it's good. We're not stepping away from the paranormal. You know, we're still, but obviously we're called paranormal and history, so we're doing sort of based on a few, a few falling outs, I think that's Laura's answer to it. But we're still keeping our hand in with the paranormal. So what's happening on your side with the paranormal?
I've just had my new hoodies today, and so we changed our logo again. I don't know. I get it. I like it, and then I'm like, ooh, what else can I do with this now? What can I make or transition to? So then I come up with 2 different ones, plus the one I already had. And then I messaged Katie from the team, and I went, listen, what do you think of these 2? So where I've got the background of the house. Hang on, have you seen it?
No.
2 seconds. Let me see if I can get it up on here for you now. Background.
It's hard to give one's vision to someone else. I'm the same when writing and directing your calls. As you, because you get the vision up here, and you're trying to put it. I was going to say doing on paper, you know, doing on film, and try to get it. Oh, I did see that one actually.
Yeah. So that one there, obviously. Where am I now? Take the green screen off. Yeah, so that one, and then I had another one with a house similar. See if I can get it here, which was pure like red coming out the house, looked like a proper like it looked quite I quite liked it, to be fair. But then I got the point of view on it that it did look a bit too red. So I don't know if you can see that.
That is quite red, isn't it? I think the red sticks out more than the house does.
So, and then I agreed, well, all right, then we'll go with that one, yeah.
That's a better one.
So we've gone with that, and then we've had them now today on the hoodies, and then cups I made. I thought, oh, I'll just get yourself a cup, like. So then I ended up getting 2 more with Roxanne and Katie's name on and mine. But then I put that red house on it, our logo now, and the old logo. So the old logo's in the middle and the 2 houses on the side. So it looks really nice.
You know, Craig, there's a wee compliment for you, Charlie. Craig is looking, Charlie's looking so young and laid back. Cheers very much, Craig.
I think what's changed in my mentality now over this last 4 years, I'd say, we've lost that many family members, mate. It's just become the norm. So it's just life now. So it's like, mate, what can you do about it? We just got to get on with it and just get on with life. And, you know, so now my perception to work now is I'm in work. Yeah, it's busy in work. When I'm at home, that's it. I forget about work. I don't even answer my phone. I don't even answer my laptop. I don't look at my emails. I wait till I'm back in work. So I shut that part off. Just spend time with the family then. Like, just appreciate more time with the family. So that's what it's about.
That's the best way to be. I had that years and years ago when I drove the trucks and what have you. And, you know, you go home and usually your house works out, it was fine. You know, that's it. But you know, no less something drama happens, some scandal or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
Then you get home and you'll wait till I tell you what happened and what the day you're busting to tell somebody. But you know, other than that, no, you know what's work. You leave work you leave it at the front door, as we used to say up here. And if somebody says how was work today, say same as every day. You know. And that's a bit. No, you need that. There's no point worrying about stuff you've got no control over.
Nah, that's it now. I focus on family life. The paranormal now. We do the paranormal when we can, like always. We've started to get a few more locations now. So we just sold out an event for Halloween on Halloween night itself. So but I've done that as a small event because I didn't want to overdo it. And so I've done it pretty much its cost price. So what I'm paying for it is what the guests are paying. I'm not getting any profit from it. It's just, that's what it is.
Aye, it covers the cost of the venue.
Yeah, just cover the cost of the venue. We all get to enjoy it. It's a small group of us, 15, and that's including the team, 4 members of the team. So then there's only 11 individuals that are coming to it. So you know, it'll be nice small groups to split off. It's in Chirk Mill. So, you know, at least I've got that there for Halloween. Next week, I'm at Wappens Hall Junction. It's like an old canal building, like the canal goes underneath it, the old barge boats. It was where they first originated transferring like produce on boats on what they call, like the aqueducts or whatever you call it.
Canals.
On the what, sorry?
The canals.
Yeah, canal boats. And it was the first time they transitioned through there. So that's where it was. And I've heard I haven't been there before, but I've heard some really interesting stuff about it. So I'm looking forward to that. That's just a team event. So that's just the 4 of us that are going to be there. Then I've got 15th of November. We're at, I can't pronounce it, Landlodden Hall. And that's only us. So 4 of us again. So that'll be good. And then next year in May, I'm in Shrewsbury Prison.
Mark Egerton, he used to work there. I don't know if he still does. That's where he used to work, in Shrewsbury Prison, actually. Yeah. But do you not find that you enjoy the paranormal more now that you've kind of turned it around? As you say, you know, perfect words, you do it when you can.
Yeah, I enjoy it more now that I think it's nice. Like again, like you said, no disrespect to anybody who does it full time and what have you, but doing it, don't get me wrong, I'd like to do it as a full time and quit my work and quit my job and be able to just go out and do locations and film. I'd love to do it, but when I look at it at the moment, we work full time, both of us. You know, we have kids that are in school. We have to do things with our kids, do things ourselves as a family. So when we do a paranormal night or book an investigation, it's nice just to have that little bit of a break, and we seem to enjoy it more. So it's, you know, it's a case of, well, actually, yeah, do you know what? I enjoyed tonight because it's not a constant thing all the time. And like we booked Armley Mill in Leeds. We done that in August. We were running the night, and everybody else had activity. Mate, I never had nothing. not one thing all night, mate. Not even a K2 flicker. Honestly, mate, nothing. Whereas Katie on the team, she took a group split off. She's got an apparition caught on her phone with like a man standing behind another man with like a bowler hat on. Looks well mad. I'll have to send you the picture of it. Dobby! Well, we just done Mill Street Barracks, 31st of August. 31st, yeah. And I bought a new dead ringer bell. And I haven't heard it go off once yet. And I thought, oh, here we go. So I took it to Mill Street Barracks, went in the basement, just me and Roxanne. I've got it on video clip as well. And this bell went off. I went up to it, showed them, like, it's like a REM bell, like if you like EMF bell. Went up to him, showed them, like calling out to the spirits, obviously trying to show them, say, listen, this is what you do there, come over. And as I walked away, it went off about 5 times. And I thought, oh, must be me, must have vibration on my foot, whatever. So I went over, started stamping by it, didn't go off. And then as I walked away again, ring, ring, going off again. And then when I went to pick it up, it was like something moved from me and Roxanne and like was passing through this bell, like just proper, like setting it off as we were. So that was quite interesting. Like, but other than that, that was a quiet night. But it was nice to meet new people. So we went out on that was with Haunted Echoes. So they're a team.
Haunted, I've got them coming on actually. Haunted Echoes. So last with black hair, I can't mind her name.
Yeah, Laura.
Black hair.
Nina, Laura, Ian, Zara, Martin.
Aye, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah, well, my cousin is actually on their team.
All right. Well, I'll need to check. I'll need to check with them coming in October sometime. But when you get nice with that, boys, you say, everybody else gets activity, you get nothing. I think that happened to us. We did a castle a couple of years ago now. Laura was there, and it must have been an old tower part of the castle, whatever, and there was 7 or 8 is there, and everybody says that they've seen this kind of white mist going by. It wasn't fog or anything going by. We used to be the windows, we used to be the door. We all saw at different times. I never saw nothing. Where is it? How? Why, man? We'll see about it. I seen it going by, and they also reported the same thing. The same as when we were out with SPIG one night. They were in the SPIG location, as they call it, and everybody could hear footsteps up the stairs. I couldn't hear nothing. All right, my hearing's no great. My hearing's no the best. But you think sometimes you'll get a spirit will just maybe no single you out, but say, right, I don't want to talk to him or her tonight. So you're getting nothing. I'm going to talk to everybody else, but I'm not going to talk to you.
Yeah.
Katie
had an interesting part. There's in Harmony Mill, it's like an old obviously flour mill. Yeah, flour mill. Cotton mill. Yeah, it was one of the world's largest mills at first come out in Leeds. And there's a cottage attached to it at the side. Katie went in there with a small group. She put a music box, ball, REM with a laser grid on the stairs, but you're not allowed to go so far up the stairs because it's got the red ribbon across there to stop people going upstairs because you're not allowed in that area. And there was like a censored light at the top of the stairs. So when you get to the top of the stairs, it triggers and switches on, the woman said. So anyway, they were there doing their investigation. And then next minute, they said seen like a shadow trigger off the REM pod through the laser, set the cat ball off, and then set the music box off. And then at the top of the stairs, a light come on. So as if like a spirit had gone straight up the stairs, like. And I was gutted. I was like, well, I've had nothing like so. Fair play, like. But I said that's what it was about, really. To be honest, when I do these events, it's not about me or hopefully we get something like. But I just like to see and witness people experience it for themselves. Do you know what I mean? Especially when there's that's nothing more than what I enjoy seeing someone experience something that they can't explain. And it's then you see the questions in their head just spinning around, and it's the sense of buzz. It's like, yes, somebody new's witnessing it.
You see, I think it was the Eileen and Nicola, we were on last week, the week before, and we were talking about the exact same thing. It's you get people that are new to the paranormal, they're for investigation for the first time, and they're expecting most haunted or ghost adventures. But I say to them, it's when you see somebody's face, the look in their face change because they've noticed something that you haven't, or they've heard something, whatever it is, and you know that nothing in your environment's changed.
No.
But you see this one person and they're like, and you see them looking about, whatever it is they do, then they've experienced something that they can't explain. And it's not that you're trying to convert them or anything. You know, you're not trying to drum the paranormal on them. You must believe, and all that bollocks. It's just a case of, you know, they're there for an experience, and if they get that experience, and that's great, because it makes them go away and maybe question, and you know, I want to do that again. I want to get back.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do another investigation to see if the same thing happens, or maybe nothing. Let's face it, we've all had nights, as you say, diddly squats happen, leaving the flicker of a K2, but you still have a good night.
Yeah, we had a laugh, like, so, you know, that's what it was about at the end of the day. People felt comfortable. They had a laugh. We had a bit of food there for them, you know, refreshments and that. So, yeah, it was all right, mate. It was a fantastic location, like, absolutely brilliant building, massive. But yeah, no, it was great. And just looking forward to getting new locations and, you know, stuff like that. And I want to try new venues and see what we can get from them, and, you know, experience it, because it's all right listening to what people say they have, but even though I believe in the paranormal, I still have this skeptic mind now, and it's if I'm not there, I kind of question it. It's like, well, you sure? It's like this doll that I've got here.
I was going to ask you about, because you sent me the footage of the dog.
Yeah.
I was going, but so it saves me asking you. Just tell us about it. I was going to ask you about that.
Obviously, in the past, we supposedly had a haunted doll.
The past that we don't talk about.
Yeah, that's the one. And obviously that things started to unfold, and doubts were running through the mind and stuff like that. And then I've had 2 other dolls since then that I've investigated that were supposedly supposed to be haunted, or have an attachment, if you like. Nothing from them. And then Liam from New Dawn Paranormal, he said, "Yeah, Charlie, I got this doll here, mate. It's in the back of my car. I've had nothing out of her, except for 7 weeks later, come through about his cat. He's got about 7 cats, something like that. And his old cat was sitting on the sofa, and he was trying to communicate with this doll. And she come out and said something along the lines of hurt or whatever. And he said, hurt what? And he said, old boy on the sofa. And he calls his cat old boy. And he's on the sofa. So he said, do you want to hurt me cat? And apparently he come through, yes. So I was like, yeah, he knows I'm skeptic of him. He knows that I don't. So he was like trying to, like, you know, prove me to say, yeah, look, have a look at this, you know. So anyway, he kept it in the back of his car then. He hadn't had it back in his house. He wouldn't put it in his house because he said he wanted to hurt his cats and etc. So he said, yeah, I've got it here. So we went to Army Mills and he gave it me. So I fetched it home and I thought, right, okay, next couple of days I'll see if I can get anything from her. I'll put it out. And mate, I don't know what it is. She just started interacting, and I thought, so the K2s were going. I thought, I'm in a house full of electricity. Could these be setting it off?
Mm-hmm.
And now we're getting the cat balls going off. I've had the cat balls go off on response to her. Then I've asked questions specifically about her that I've been given, that I've been told, and I've had the right answers back. And then I was on a phone call one day when I was in the bedroom, and Liam phoned me, and the door was on the side, and I was doing a little. Do that clip I sent you? Just before that, Liam was on the phone to me, and I was talking, and it was almost like when he was talking on FaceTime, the K2s were going off as if she was responding to him, and I thought, nah, it's not. It's because we're on FaceTime, you know. So anyway, I said, yeah, you asked some questions, you thingy. And he went, do you want to come back? Nothing. Do you want to stay with Charlie? Boom. Do you like it there? Boom. But mate, and I'm still trying to get my head around it. There's still a bit of skepticism in me there, but I think I need to take her away from the house.
And try somewhere else.
Out in the woods where there's no interference, to get a definite answer, like, you know, is she actually corresponding to me or not? Because I have noticed when I've just left her, even on here the other day, I was sitting on the sofa, I was just watching telly, not doing anything on live or Facebook or anything like that. My phone was off. I was watching telly, and I put on here, and I just put 2K2s next to her, and I was watching telly, and I was like, next minute I seen a flash. Didn't answer. I didn't do nothing. I just ignored it, and it went off again, and it went off again, and I was like, oh. So I went, is this Melissa? Boom, fucking hell, mate, went off again, and I was like, all right, maybe I'm getting proven wrong here, but I'm not going to say this doll's fully has an attachment. I'm intrigued now, and I can say that I'm happy to say that, yeah, there's possibly attachment there, and I've been getting things from her, but I need to take it away from the house. I need to take it away because of the environment. Obviously, with the house, there's electric, there's magnetic field. I want to take it away to the woods, somewhere like that, or the middle of a field, and just sit there, ask questions, and then if I get it, then I'll be like, right, okay, now I can start building on it. I can start working with it. I can start to see if I can get it. But there is one thing to it. My daughter was talking to her, and it was going off, and my daughter said we were out, me and Roxanne, and the doll's on over there, mate, on the unit. And my daughter said she got out and my music box is there, and she put it down, put the music box facing her, and she said she just sat down on the sofa, and the doll was over there on the fucking unit with this thingy, and it went off about 5-6 times, this music box. I've only ever witnessed that music box without ear going off maybe 2-3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like, my daughter was well excited. She was like, oh, it's this. And I was like, yeah, just be careful. Don't be, I don't know if it is definitely a child.
That's the thing. Your daughter, she was sort of fascinated with it, but at the end of the day, as you just says it there, is it a child or is it somebody
well,
else?
This is it. I was on TikTok with it doing a live, and this woman come through, some woman called Kath, and she went, that doll's got 3 attachments, and you know what I'm like for mediums, mate, and I'm very, very skeptical. And she went, there's 3 attachments to that. There's a little girl, a little boy, and an old woman. And I went, right, okay. She went, the old woman, it's a house fire. And then I went, all right, house fire, boom, K2 went off. And then it was like, oh, am I dealing with a child? Am I dealing with something else? But then when I asked Liam and I spoke to him, I said, I said, this woman come through on TikTok, and she said she looked at this doll. She had a feeling that there was 3. Dobby! She said that there was 3, fucking bird in the background. There was 3 attachments to it. And he went, do you know what, mate? He said, when we had it, we were told that there was different attachments to it. And apparently he had the name Tony come through. So I was like, well, hang about, mate. I'm getting a little boy, a child, a girl, a woman saying that it's an old woman. Now you're telling me it's a man as well, told Tony. So like, how many spirits are in this doll? I'm baffled, mate. So I've got to do some proper investigating with her to see where I actually am with her. So
you say it's a good thing, because a lot of folk would. I mean, I know Laura. She's still there. People who have got these dolls. And I'm skeptical about them. I'm not saying that they don't exist. There are, as I said many a time, there are documented reports of individual dolls, items, and that. But you get these people who they're on the paranormal wagon, right? That's haunted, and that's haunted, and they've got about 17 dolls, and they're all haunted, and all the rest of it. But they're not willing to put in, to maybe take the doll out of their house and to do the experiments with them, to do the work with them, whatever you want to call it. As you say, UFO stuff happen, right? Is it coincidental? Is it no? But you're wanting to take it away from your house, say, right, well, let's try this somewhere else.
Yeah.
And see what happens. You could take it to, I don't know, a local woods and get nothing. There could be 2 reasons for that. One might be that, Melissa doesn't like the woods. And so, you know, you're not going, she's not, I don't want to talk to you because I don't like being here. I prefer being in the house. Or the other answer is that it's actually no haunted, it is actually just Gwen. But the good thing is that you're wanting to find out,
Yeah.
you know, and there's different, you're wanting to get doing all the different avenues before you say aye or nay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think it's too many people out there now that have dolls and claim that they're haunted or they have an attachment. There's this one guy I see quite often, frequently on TikTok, and he does lives every night. And now, mate, it's like he's showing that there's faces in candles and like, and people are agreeing with him, and I'm like, no, that's the smudging from the candle wax. It's the smudging from the smoke inside the can. And it's like, you know, you've got to be rational about it, and it's like, what's going on? Like, you know, when you look at it that way, the paranormal now these days is so easy for people to manipulate.
There's a guy.
It is like I've started to step back a bit from like using too much equipment now, because I want to try and just get the whole seance sense of old school feelings, listening, sounds, audio, you know, that way. Dobby, to try and get the natural out of it, if you like. Whereas these days, like, there's a lot of gadgets that are out now, which, don't get me wrong, they are brilliant to use if you're getting right, you know, responses with it. But the same as, like, now I don't believe in apps.
Mm-hmm.
But then I put an app with Melissa, and coincidentally, the words come through hospital, ill, something like that. And yes, she supposedly died of measles and was in hospital. So then I was like, oh, is that coincidental? But then is that my phone listening to me?
Well, you see, that's the thing. We've got loads on the computer, EVPs. Laura records them on her phone as well, on the voice recorder, and we've had a lot of intelligent answers through the Necrophonic as well, which is one, and we use the Spirit Talker as well. But we've used the Necrophonic since maybe day one, and the amount of intelligent answers we've had through, just quick, I've guessed we bit of footage I want to play it off, but I say the place that we go all the time is Loudon Kirk. There's a farm very near it that's got connections to the Kirk, and we did an investigation with Rosie Cardy and our partner Andrea when they were up, and I asked at the Kirk, can you tell, up at the farm there's a circular wall, which remains a circular wall at the back of the building, and I says, can you tell me what was behind that wall up at the farm? And it came back, sheep. And I said, can you tell me what colour the sheep were? Because they've got white sheep and black sheep up at this farm. So I said, can you tell me what colour the sheep were? And it came back, brown. Clear Scottish accent. And so a wee while later, I said again, look, I'm sorry, I've forgotten what colour the sheep were. Can you tell me again what colour? And it came back again, brown. And that was, and then the owner of the farm, who we're quite close with, he texted me about a week later and he says, see your brown sheep? There's brown sheep in the field next to the farm. And that's the first time he'd ever seen brown sheep there. And he's been there for years. He says there's brown sheep. So it's when you get words like that through the app. I know a lot of apps are questionable, shall we say. We've tried some that have been total crap.
Yeah.
But it's when you get stuff like that, and especially when it's a strong Scottish accent as well. And it's a direct answer to the question you've asked.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you're saying we've been skeptical. You need to be skeptical, you know.
Yeah.
But it's when you get stuff like that, I think, well, I'd like somebody to explain that to me.
Yeah. When you get a definite answer that responds to the questions you're asking, and you get that intelligent response, and yeah, you are going to look at it and go, you know, we're having actual intelligent responses. I think it's these ones that people make up stories from words. So they'll get like I don't know, gun, or was you shot? You know what I mean?
Aye, fire. Were you burned as a witch?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
So it's a case of like and I know you've got to ask them questions. I get it, but they just jump to the automatic conclusions of like, well, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. That's from A to B. That's a story. Believe it.
Aye.
And it's not the case. Not enough people now actually delve deeper into the investigations and try and get proper answers.
I think one prime example, just before I play a footage, I think one prime example, you obviously you've been there and all with rocks as well, Charlie, it's Pendle.
Yeah.
The amount of investigations that have been done round about the whole Pendle area and the amount of different stories that have came out and stuff like that. And we all know now that the people who were accused were all innocent.
Yeah.
You know, but how many people have actually come out? We did an investigation and they were all evil. They were all witches and they turned into dogs. And, you know yourself, Charlie, you've heard them all probably yourself. You've been even, Tyndale Farm as well. That always gets me. We say the worship at Tyndale Farm.
Yeah.
Tyndale Farm didn't exist in the 1600s. That was just a field.
Yeah.
But and as we usually say, when you get people with that and they hear these words, they say, aye, well, they were witches and they were burnt, so they were all evil. And he changed into a dog and he ate the mother and blah, and it just gets, as you say, you hear the word guns, or were you shot, and it just, I think he was going and going.
Yeah.
And so another thing I find is that I've watched it quite a few times that teams will feed each other. No doubt you witnessed this, I know. Someone say, there's somebody up that stair. Aye, I saw that. Black hair. I did black hair. I was a man. I was just going to say it's a man. And he was a priest. Aye, I seen a cross. Aye, I saw it, and before you know it, they've got this big elaborate story of this homicidal axe-wielding priest or something that was burned at the stakes. I mean,
madness, isn't it, mate? Madness.
And it just gets totally usual. But I mean, you're talking getting back to basics. I think that's the way to go. Get back to basics. I mean, this bit of footage I'm going to put up, obviously you've seen it. It's only on for 30 seconds or something, but just to let folk understand, we investigated the Ivy House with Charlie and Rocks and other people about a year and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And downstairs with 2 locked off cameras, one in each room. There's 2 big rooms down the stairs. There's a locked off camera. Everybody was up. We were all up the stairs. Now, the footage I've got here, it's only on for seconds, but this was taken. This was for a locked off camera that was down in the bottom room to the right as you go down the stairs. The room with the fireplace.
The fireplace, yeah.
Yeah. And so Charlie was there. He can validate that there was nobody in this room. Nobody was down the stairs at that time. We were up the stairs doing our stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stick it up. Now, I've got my own thoughts of what this could be. But obviously, everybody hears different things.
Yeah.
But I like your thoughts on it, Charlie, and then I'll tell you what my thoughts are. So here it is here. I'll just put that back, play it again. Last time. I'll send you this.
That sounds, obviously the footsteps, we know that's us upstairs above. You can hear that. That's what it sounds like to me. That's our footsteps. It's that sound when that light goes past that interests me.
You see
now, I I don't know whether that sounds like I wouldn't say a child, but I'd say almost say adolescent, maybe a little bit older as an adult. I I wouldn't say crying, but but that light went past. All them windows are boarded up, so I don't think light could have gone in. I don't think that'd be a car reflection at all.
Mm-hmm.
But that sounds interesting. That sound is interesting. You can hear us talking in the background upstairs. You can hear that. You can hear the footsteps, which is echoing, which is upstairs. But yeah, I'd say that sounds like a
that light
flash woman
Just 2 things or 3 things. That light was the light that was attached to the camera. As you see, all the windows are boarded up, so there was no other light source.
I remember you saying the light went off.
There was no other light source in that room, or could come from outside. Because you see all the windows are bricked and boarded up.
Yep.
That was a light for the camera, which was attached, screwed on to the camera. The footsteps, I don't think it is us up the stairs because it's too close to the camera, to the microphone. It sounds like it's in the same room. And what I thought it would sound, I might be wrong. Everybody hears different things, It sounded like, the old kind of wooden heeled school shoes used to get.
Clogs, yeah.
Like them, because everybody there that night was wearing rubber sole shoes, trainers, whatever.
Yeah.
But to me, that's distinct footsteps. As I say again, I could be wrong.
I hear the footsteps, but I'm just wondering whether because the house is so empty, walking would it be echoing? Because I know that room, the stairs is outside the right hand side of that room, isn't it? Going up the stairs and it goes round to the top above on the little landing. Then you got a bedroom off and a bedroom off and a bathroom. Yeah, I don't know. I'm possibly leaning towards that might be us upstairs. But like you say, there is a clog sound, which is very distinct. Definitely sounds like I'd say probably a female or could I be mistaken if that's your camera light and it's twist? That's the sound of it. That's the sound of it twisting. Play it again.
Yeah, I don't. You can tell I'm good with this kind of thing, can't you? I don't do this a lot.
So it's walking to and from. Listen to the footsteps. It comes close and then goes away. Turns a light and then walks off.
It's as if, to me, it sounds like a young girl. Age-wise, I don't know. Maybe between 12 and 15.
That's what I'm saying. The noise, sounds more, I'd say, more teenage, adolescent. I don't think that's a child. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. But that's, I get where you're on about now, walking closer. When you listen to it proper, you hear the slow footsteps of the noise is very low. Then it gets closer and closer and closer. That light swivels. And then it's like it walks away.
It's almost as if it's a teenager has come into the room, had a look into, there's nothing interesting in here. I'll just get back. Came in and
yeah.
Again.
It's interesting. It's good capture.
Do you know what I mean? This is what it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing in here that interests me. I'm away.
It's definitely interesting. It's a good capture.
It's the same. We found it last night. I will send it to you. You can let Roxanne hear it and on stuff like that, because obviously you get better experience of this kind of stuff, but especially me anyway. I thought we'd lost it. But Sarah, Laura's daughter was here last night, so we were flying through the photos of Ivy. She said, there's that footage there. So she sent it to me. But I mean, it's even wee things like that. You know, it's nothing major, but it's still some kind of capture.
They're good captures, though, mate. They're the best captures because they've won. When we all go on ghost hunts, we all typically look out for the K2 interaction, the bangs, the clicks. And if we get that, it's like, oh, yeah, we're brilliant, we're buzzing, we've had this. But then when you get something like that, we have footsteps in the path. And when you get something that multiple things factor into it, and then you get a multiple thing happen, like that light's just happened, you've heard the footsteps, you've had a hum, and then walking away. That's like 3 interactions in one. And it's intelligent.
Aye, again.
And then but that's a problem with the paranormal community. People will knock that. The bigger teams out there, the ones that want to make it and egotistic and what have you, they'll go, oh, that's not a capture, that's not a great capture, that's not this. This is what you want to see. Mate. All right then, mate, you do you. But yeah, that's a good capture, mate, that is.
Thank you, buddy. But that, as you say, you get these teams out. This is one thing that really gets me when people say we're the number 1 team in Britain.
Yeah.
Say bollocks. No, you're no. There's no such thing.
Mate, do you know what? It's over like I was going to take the piss the other day, right? I come across a website, right, that you can become a certified paranormal investigator. You can pay £127 to have a diploma in being a paranormal investigator when all you do is do what we do now.
We've seen a similar thing a couple of years ago now.
So basically, yeah, I'm paying 127 quid just to certify what I'm doing.
You know,
I don't get it.
I don't get it, and that's how the
demonology side of things, the parapsychology, the psychosis. That yes, I agree with if you're learning, because it's you see these oh my god, I can't get the words out. Parapsychologists, they are very rational and they are very skeptic, and they try and put everything together to try and see how people's reactions are, what people are like on the night, what are their behaviors like. So that part of it I think is great. Body language, I think that's great. And yeah, you can develop from that. But as for getting a diploma for walking around doing and I seen on it was you do a questionnaire, you answer these questions, then you do an investigation with us so we can evaluate how you investigate. And then you'll get signed off and you'll have a diploma. I was like, mate, what the?
I'd be the same, Charlie. You're a qualified investigator. Well, what is a qualified? If if I went into a churchyard, who's investigating, and this guy comes along and says, I'm a qualified one, I say, well, what makes you different from me?
Yeah.
My K2's going off here. You've got nothing. What makes you so different from me? Because you've got a bit of paper. I seen Sarah and I seen one a couple of years ago. They were offering ID badges. And the one ex-friend who has actually got one of these and they posted on their page, holding it up, got my ID. Now, if you get to a graveyard at 1 or 2 in the morning, Scott Matheson, PI, paranormal investigator, got my license. Who gives it? We don't swear on this channel. But
what's it now? Please turn up to get you off the graveyard. Whoa, step back, mate. I'm a PI.
Aye, wait a minute, officer. Look, there's my ID there. Oh, carry on, son. You've got an ID. You're back, But you think, seriously, and this person was all proud to got my wee bit of plastic. I can make up an ID by saying, paranormal investigator, get it laminated, cost me a fiver, whatever.
Each to their own. Like, if you want to do that, you're happy. I suppose on the other hand, you can see probably the benefits of them when they have a team and they're trying to public the investigation. They can put on their website, qualified, certified diploma paranormal investigator. You're getting the best of the best. But
then the thing is, I mean, if you get a diploma and you get your wee ID badge, whatever it is, and you think, if I go to a graveyard at 1 a.m, who am I going to show it to? Do you know what I mean? Who am I need to show you? You got to go to the local Tesco or something before you get show you this. You get around the graveyard.
You know what, mate? I might just do it.
And then, as you say, these will teach you to investigate, and you can do. One website was offering 5 or 6 different courses. It was £20-30 per time.
Yeah.
To go online and learn how to go ghost hunting, learn how to ask questions, and hold up the K2 meter. And right, I learned this online. That lit up there. See that's lit up. Because I've been online. I learned it. Bollocks. It's ludicrous, isn't it? It's absolute. Unfortunately, you'll get these people that will fork out the money.
Yeah.
And they'll be all, best of luck to them. Yep. But they'll be all happy at night, that day when the postman brings their diploma. They've got it framed up on the wall, Scott Matheson, PI, qualified. I can go anywhere and investigate.
I dare you to get one.
I might have wasted the money. I'd rather get on £27 shaving my backside and get a diploma and an ID badge as well. But we seem to have ran out of time, Charlie boy. So we're going to have to do another wee show. I think see Rigga, he couldn't be with us today. He's got the cold. But we will. We're going to need to reschedule to do there and get Fat Boy on as well. You know what I mean? But I'll hold on to you for a wee second or two after we come off. So where can people find you?
We're on all social media: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We're on there. We're also on Clapper on the website. We are also now part of Antisocial Network in America. It's a streaming. It's just so basically what that is we can now stream our lives on a platform over there, and it gets out to customers. I'm trying to sell you. It gets out to people that are interested in the same like-minded people in the paranormal. We get to show our stuff over there, and they can get to ask us questions. We're on that there. And yeah, so other than that, that's where you find us. So there's 3 different pages. We've still got the Paranormal Network. That's still going.
Is it still going?
I just share anybody now on there, mate, puts their experiences, or like they want to put their video clips up or anything like that. That's on there. I've got the Midnight Paranormal evening one, which realistically I was supposed to do for my ghost hunt events, and then my Midnight Paranormal page was supposed to say separate for just us. But then I've ended up not putting any of my events on the Midnight Paranormal one, evening one, and I've just put it all on this, so I might just get rid of that one. But yeah, we're on all social medias. If you want to come and check us out and join, we'd appreciate it. The support. We're now only 26 followers away from 1,500 followers, so we're not doing too bad. The support's been amazing. Yeah, so
good. No, you're growing. I think we're at 11 away from 4.7k. No, I'm boasting on that.
Yeah, brilliant.
I think we're about 11 or 10 or 11, something like that, away from it. But no, go and check them out, people. Definitely. So we've investigated with Charlie and Rocks a couple of times as well, and they are genuine, down to earth people. And Charlie's nuts. Rocks is the brains of the operation. Actually, he's just You know,
Yeah. All right.
I don't have any words for that, you know, but do not look at his Tesco video. What shop is it actually? Where did, just quickly before we go, what shop, supermarket do you tend to film in? Shall we say?
Mate, it's Asda and Sainsbury's mainly.
Right, so don't go into Asda or Sainsbury's in Charlie's area because you might not like what you see. That'll have people going onto your page doing, what's he talking about? I need to see this. I'm a nosy bugger. I want to see it. You know what I mean? But we'll wind it up there, folks. A big thanks to Charlie. We'll be seeing him again. And a big thanks to everybody who's watching or who's going to watch. And episode 3 of the Walls Trail should be out this week or part of the fall in the following week. It will be out very soon. Once we
And we'll watch episode 2 tonight.
Aye, I'll be mailing you tomorrow, young man, with a questionnaire, 20 questions.
No problem.
You know what I mean? So we'll say goodnight, folks, and enjoy your forthcoming week. All right, see you after. Bye. Bye. Bye.